You guys ready?
It's the plan, Bobby.
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always wing it.
We're gonna get killed.
What's the name? Right, man. Ready?
Here we go.
What up? Welcome into the NBA OG betting show. We got all our guys here. We all on time today, like Dutchie said before the show. Everybody, nobody's late.
It's a Christmas miracle 1 month early.
Yeah, we're actually early according to the chat. They say we start at 4:20. Yeah. But good to see y'all, fellas. Dutchie, how you feeling today?
You talking to me, Dutch, or you talking to me?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, my fault. All right. The NBA is a hell of a drug. And you're looking at the plug. Yeah, man. You see it's been. I was off Friday, off Monday. I don't even know when Skee talking to me no more. God damn it. I got to get back in the rotation. Shit's fucked up, man. Got to get right. You know, we're going to get right tonight, though. Took yesterday off. Good thing I did, too, because I was looking at Atlanta. I wanted to fade the Luka-less Mavericks, and I did. I stayed away, but I ended up giving it away on the motherfucking Chargers. But, yeah, man, shout out to the crew. Shout out to Bobano, Wham, Bam, my guy Skee. And, of course, everybody in the motherfucking chat. Tasha, the beautiful young lady. Mark A., I see you, my man. Run up the likes. Frank Natty, I see you. Let's run up the likes and let's have a great night. 5-piece, and we're gonna break them down like a motherfucking pound.
We're gonna break it down. Babano, it's good to see you as well. How you been?
Yeah, I'm good. Busy as fuck. That's how I am. Really busy. This week in particular with the day and night college basketball. And, of course, you got your NBA and your NHL slates, which are big because they're loading up before the day off on Thursday for Thanksgiving. You've got NFL and college football, huge cards, final regular season week in college football. So it's all at once. This is probably one of the most hectic weeks of the entire year for this line of work.
And I'm starting, I never really paid attention to the college, but I've done an entire college football season this year. I started college basketball way earlier than I ever have.
Wow, yeah. Very good.
And I actually had a profitable one, so I'm proud of myself. Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of work. And I can see why it's hectic for everybody every year. Usually I'm chilling at this time. It's just a little NBA for me. But Wham Bam, good to see you as well. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great, man. And as you say, college basketball, Houston first half, bro. You already know that's in my pocket. Shout out to that. I'm feeling good, bro. Yeah, I'm like you too, Dutch. I'm glad I did take yesterday off. I probably had a couple of losers, man. I ain't gonna lie. So I did take that off. I did hop on a little couple props in the football game, but nothing neither here nor there. We're gonna try to get to this bag today. It's 5 banger, man. We got 5 games. And shout out to the chat, man. Gianni, Mark, Rich Homie, 2 GLB, Top 20, Christopher. Y'all already know, man. We love y'all, man. Just Eddie Cash, Prolific, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We about to get to this money today, man. Tasha, Queen, Justin. Y'all already know.
Definitely appreciate y'all. And Mark, keep me updated, Mark, because I didn't bet the first half, but I got the full game. So I had that on in the other room before we started this show. So keep me updated if you can, Mark. First game up, we are going to go Bulls and Wizards. This one opened up with the Bulls. I got to make sure I'm seeing that right. The Bulls as the 4-point favorite, and it's up to 5. Total open 242 and up to 244.5. THT, Phillips, both game time, no Lonzo, Sanogo, or Williams. And for Washington, no Jordan Poole, no Sadiq Bey. Man, I got to come to Ian with this one first because it's only one way I can think of to play this game. They play up-tempo and no defense. Can we get there at the 244.5?
Yeah, you said it. You're on to what I like here. That's the over with Washington. I mean, these games for Washington here, these last 2 against Memphis and Atlanta, for Chicago, rather, these last 2 games. I mean, 258 and 273 as far as total points. I mean, just off the charts. Talked all season about the pace increase with the Chicago Bulls, of course, as well. I mean, this Washington team, just horrific, the results across the board. This double-digit game, straight-up losing streak. They've only covered twice the last 10 2-13 on the year straight up, 4-10-1 against the spread. You look at these last few losses to it. The schedule has been tough. Indiana lose by 12, Boston lose by 12, New York lose by 28, Detroit lose by 20, Atlanta lose by 12. I mean, every one of these damn games is a loss by margin. I don't know. To me, this line looks also very cheap on the Chicago side. So I'm laying the 5 with Chicago, and I definitely like this over as well.
All right, I'm gonna slide it over to my guy, Wham Bam. I mean, Cool Breeze. What we doing in this one? Who we attack? No Jordan Poole. Somebody got to step up.
Somebody got to step up. Yeah, you making this sound good with Cool Breeze. He's been he back in action. We could also go look at other guys like Corey Kisper. Some of those guys that's been playing pretty well. You know what I'm saying? And looking to other teams. Some of these guys over here, they're looking for other teams. Malcolm Brogdon, he's been playing pretty well too. That probably Malcolm Brogdon probably be the guy I'll be focusing on prospect. In this game, I gotta only think the Wizards early. Something about this game is telling me the Wizards first quarter, first half here. So I did take them plus 1.5 in the first quarter. That's an official play for me. I do like those prop suggestions, though, especially Malcolm Brogdon, Cool Breeze, those guys being a front court. We know both of these teams are be giving up the most in the league over the last 5 games. Bottom 5 in that regard. I think 248 points combined the last 5 games is what they both are allowing. And bottom dead last defensive rating for the Bulls in that same span, 5 games. So I think that this is a team that's going to be giving it up, and then the Wizards may be able to take advantage here. So I'm thinking only Wizards early. This over is definitely screaming at me. The over first quarter at over 60. That makes sense too, because both of these teams so far this year are pretty terrible at giving up points. 31 points that the Bulls are giving up in the first quarter, dead last there. These guys are 30.8, 29th ranked in Washington, so they're just right behind them. We're giving up points in the first quarter, so it's kind of equaling out to what Babano's saying, taking the over here. And I do like the Washington Wizards in the first quarter here, first half. So that's those are the official plays for me.
Very appropriate. We're talking Washington Wizards basketball, and there's screams going on in the background, so it's very appropriate. Yeah.
Dutchy, I have a feeling this one might not be your flavor right here tonight.
Yeah, man. It's only a 5-piece. I'm trying to be a man of the people today, Skee. But I believe we'll hear we'll get the jingle, going here before we get the fuck up out of here. But shout out to our guy Saturated, man. Let's get some love to our guy Saturated right here. I was just peeping out this little, shout out on Twex, Twitter, whatever X, whatever the Twex, what I call it, whatever the fuck y'all want to call that goddamn thing. I put them together. I put that bitch together and roll it up. Shout out to Saturated, man. Hit him straight over the motherfucking head. Good Lord. Yeah.
What a night for him. Yeah. Great stuff. Great job.
He was parlaying last night, boy. Good Lord. Good shit. Shout out to our guy Saturated, a real one. Always supporting, the show. It's a vibe, man. It's a vibe. We appreciate you, man. Good shit, too. Keep it up. I believe our guy's a Chicago Bull guy, too. So, it might be the motherfucking vibe. I didn't really like what I was hearing from our boy Wham Bam. Kind of like what I was hearing from Babano, though. Babano was talking that Chicago shit, and I think Chicago might get in that ass tonight. 3 out of the last 4. Wizards, Jordan Poole, is it a good thing he ain't playing? Is it? Who knows? We know there'll be a lot more shots for other people, but he is probably their best player. And this team is a fade with him. So, the Bulls' low number. The problem is the Bulls can't stop us 4 right now, and the motherfucker off the bench, grab him, because we could get 100 on them right now. The Bulls do not play defense. What I like in this game, I do have a bet in this game, is Big Vooch. I like Big Vooch over 3s at minus 125. I like this look. He's went over this look 4 straight. Terrible defense, perimeter 3-point defense on Washington. And Chicago's nothing to sneeze at either. So this is a prop game, I do believe. But the number one prop in this game is Big Vooch over 1.5 threes at minus 125. I like that.
I was just going to say that. Got out.
Vooch has been pretty consistent. Made some money with him myself. I'm looking at a prop. I'll probably look at Levine. I think Levine, every time he's seen these Wizards, he just lights them up. And we know they don't play any defense.
Yeah. I was looking at Levine too. The only problem with Levine is he's like fucking beautiful or fucking disgusting. You know, it's like God damn. It's like how this motherfucker how he has such a great game and then looks so bad the next night. You know, I don't know. So on and off for such a talent. You know, but I like Levine too. I was looking at him. I almost pulled the trigger.
I'm with you on that. We'll go over the Bucks and Heat. And Heat, the slight home favorite at -2. Total hasn't really moved. Giannis looks like he's probable. Um, Marjan is probable. AJ Johnson is probable. Look, they're going to be without. Oh no! Is everybody probable? Yeah, everybody's probable. So
Yeah, Giannis
everybody's
is playing.
playing.
Yeah,
Everybody's
Rozier is
playing
due
except for
for Miami.
Middleton.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna slide to you, Wham Bam. This one, the Bucks have been playing a lot better lately. They've won, I think, what 6 out of 7, something like that. They haven't been good on the road. Miami Heat getting a little bit healthier at home. Who do you think takes this one, Wham Bam?
It's tricky, man. This is a short number for a reason. No, it's I was is this considered a rivalry? Is this considered a rivalry?
Oh yeah, there's playoff history.
Yeah.
I
So,
consider
yeah,
a
you
little
can-
bit. Yeah.
I do too, because it's like the same. I wouldn't say the same core, Babano, but it's like the same type of guys. It's both, whatever. Obviously, we know the culture advantages.
The ringleaders are still there, right? Jimmy Butler on one side, Giannis
Exactly.
on the other. So I still say it's a rivalry because of their playoff matchups in the past. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's where I was kind of going to go to that point. So, yeah. So that being said, I want to be a little nostalgia, baby, here, and just stick to what I think that's been pretty solid so far over the last 10 games. It's 7-3. ATS is alluding to what our guy Skee is saying. The Bucks been playing pretty well, and especially in the first half. So I think first half Bucks here is the only way I want to go. Money line as well, plus 110. I think they win the first half. I think all those guys, like you said, they're going to play. Probably had a better talent, obviously there. But the fact that Terry Rozier's coming back, I think he's going to have a good game today. He's been fucking terrible, bro. It's the only going up from here for Terry Rozier over the last few games. They obviously missed the last two games, but even when he was playing, wasn't playing that good. So I think Terry Rozier is where I would want to see if as far as bounce back for the Heat. Only thing I like on the Bucks side is Giannis. I think Giannis has a great game today. But again, this is a rivalry type game. I do expect Giannis to be one of those guys, the like catalyst of carrying this Bucks all the way here. So I like the first half. I do like that first quarter too with the Bucks, but I didn't bet that yet. But the first half is what I did, plus 110. And my son been waiting to make his appearance, bro. He's like, we finally on the show now. So yeah, there you go.
Lil Wham Bam.
Lil
Gotta
Wham.
get him some shine in there. Dutchy, is Dame time back? Are the Bucks gonna do something? How you feel about Heat versus Bucks?
Hey, I got to keep it real. Shout out to our guy, Star Child in the building. I see you, my dude, Stephen Harrison. I see you, my man, T Shank in the building too. I just think, to be quite honest with you, I think you can make a case for both sides in this game. I would love to have action on it, but I think it's a tough game, man. I think you flip a fucking coin, to be quite honest with you. I don't trust Dame. I really don't. I mean, he's had a couple good games against Miami, but he had 16 last time he's seen him. Jimmy Butler, I think, probably could have a good game tonight. I mean, he had 33 last time he touched the court. Hasn't played the last 2 times he's seen Milwaukee. But when you look at Milwaukee, what do they got for Jimmy? I mean, if Jimmy's locked in, what do they really got for him? When I see Milwaukee, I love Giannis. I see him doing his thing. But outside of that, I mean, Dame looks slow, definitely defensively. I mean, Prince is probably out. It's probably your third best player, which isn't that good. It ain't that good. So they have been playing good basketball, a better basketball of late, winning 5 straight. They still just don't wow me eye test wise. Giannis is fucking amazing. He is. And, Brook Lopez is going to knock down threes. Like, that's it. Like, he's fucking JJ Redick and shit. Then, okay, yeah. But, I mean, I don't like what I'm really seeing out of Dame time. I don't like the bench. I think Miami might be in a better situation here. But I would hate to take Miami and then see, Giannis go for 40 and fucking 15 on these boys and get it. So I'll stay off. But I lean Miami here, and I think I might dissect this a little bit more and get on Jimmy like points, rebounds, and assists or something. I think he has a good game tonight.
Just before we kick it to Babano, just wanted to give up. You know how Jimmy gets when he gets those big games, those high 30 games. A lot of those points come from the free throw line. The last 2 games, 13 for 13 for 3 from free throw, 11 for 16. That's a lot of attempts, bro. So
That's aggressiveness, though, because sometimes you don't play aggressive, you know.
I know, but I'm just saying James Capers better be on his side, but I'm only saying that because I'm on the Bucks. So you know what I mean? I'm just giving
it's a lot. That's a good sign for me, Wham, if this motherfucker get the line 12, 13 times. And I'm not really saying for me because I'm not gonna bet it, but I think I'll probably be on Butler because I just need him to be locked in because sometimes he'd be lost in the corner.
Babano, let's see what you think of this one. What can you make out of Bucks and Heat?
Muted, bro.
Muted.
Sorry about that. This is the first time in a while I'm considering betting Milwaukee. It's been a while since I've maybe looked at the Bucks, but I think in this spot, I like, they're playing a little bit better. A couple of those teams were weaker, but they came back from a deficit and beat Houston. They beat Indiana by double digits, beat Charlotte their last game. Now all this was at home. They take it with them on the road's the big question. 1-6 on the road, but you look at Miami and they haven't been able to string wins together. They haven't been able to withstand prosperity. They have not had one win streak greater than 2 games this year. And they're off back-to-back wins against in their last 2 games against Dallas and Philadelphia, but they haven't won 3 in a row all year. So where is that consistency from Miami to trust them laying points here in this spot? Milwaukee did win and cover in Miami last year when they faced each other in the regular season. And look, what's the difference for Milwaukee right now and why offensively are they playing a lot better? Well, it's because it's not Damian and Giannis all the time anymore for them. Lately, you're seeing the bench step up. Portis has been good. Gary Trent is all of a sudden starting to make some shots of late for the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's the difference. Sometimes it's that simple. When you get, Gary Trent, Bobby Portis, and some of the bench and role players stepping up and bench players, that makes a difference. And that's what we're seeing now. Doesn't always have to be Giannis, doesn't always have to be Damian Lillard right now. Other players, Brook Lopez has had a good run lately as well, as you guys mentioned. So that's the difference right now for Milwaukee. I think they're a little undervalued in this spot. And just when I see Miami just completely and utterly unable to string 3 or more wins together, and again, they haven't won 3 in a row yet. If they win tonight, it'll be their first 3-game win streak of the season. There's reasons why I'm leaning Milwaukee here. I don't think it's best bet material, but I am leaning in that direction. I'll probably have a piece of Milwaukee in pocket before tip-off.
All right, Babano says it's time. It's time to get back on those Bucks. And Chris in the chat says a lot of the Bucks losses didn't have Dame. Got to remember that. So we'll see how that one. And then
they got the dynamic duo, and now the bench is starting to produce. So it's a different Milwaukee team now, better Milwaukee team.
You must be talking about the series because Dave's been taking an awful lot of L's.
Equal loss. That's a good comeback, though. Shout out to M. Sizzle. That's a good comeback.
All right, we're gonna move it down one. We got Rockets and T-Wolves. T-Wolves open 4.5. They're down to 3.5. Total open 219 is up to 220.5. For injuries, Conley is game time. Ingles is game time. For the Rockets, looks like Jalen Green is game time. Steven Adams is out. I'm gonna come to you first, Dutch, for this game. Rockets have been playing damn good, especially on the defensive end. Minnesota has been pretty inconsistent in my mind. Rockets, I feel like, have won. I mean, like they haven't lost a cup game. Do you think they win another cup game tonight?
Yo, shout out to our guy LJ in the building. I see you, my dude. This game's tough to me. This game's real tough because I want to bet Minnesota, but I think maybe the side might be Houston here. I don't know what's going on with Houston with Minnesota. With Randall and Edwards and Gobert, they bounced back pretty solid against Boston, losing at the end of their close game. But I think maybe the better team right now playing overall team basketball is Houston. I don't trust them, though. I really don't trust them against Minnesota. I would lean Houston first half, but I think this is like a grimy-ass basketball game. I'm not big on totals, but I don't. I think the under is probably. So it looks like Chris, saying under as well. I think the under is live here when I was breaking this game down. It was tough for me though. And I see cats like that like that like Houston, and then the line goes to 3.5. So my initial thought was Minnesota. To break it down a little bit, it seems like there might be some value on Houston. I do think Minnesota is the better team, but who's playing better basketball right now? There's no question it's Houston. So another tough game. Simply, honestly, I feel the same way about Miami and Milwaukee. I can make a case for both sides. I lean home team in both games.
All right, Babano, you're up next. And I mean, I know somebody's not getting no calls tonight. Mr. Fred Van Fleet.
Freddie.
He not getting a single whistle tonight after what he pulled the other day. He got off the hook easy, by the way, with that little fine.
50K, that's it.
They're gonna make him pay with that whistle tonight.
Now the whole crew mad about that.
So Babano, I don't remember. Did you get that tattoo removed? You rolling with the Wolves tonight or what?
Well, they're too inconsistent. I mean, that's the problem. 8-8 is a perfect representation of this season so far for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I can't think of a better record for this team to have than that, because up and down, like the stock market, like Bitcoin. That's what they've been lately, this Minnesota team. Back-to-back losses to Toronto and Boston. Look, Raptors are playing hard every game, but still shouldn't be losing to the Raptors. They're 7-point favorites. They've had some bad losses, too. How do you lose to Portland back-to-back? Still can't get over that. That being said, Houston just came off a loss to Portland. At least they beat them the first time, though, Portland. Then they lost the rematch to Portland. So they've lost 6 games this year, Houston. Here's the margins: 5-3, 6 in overtime to Golden State. There was the one blowout loss to Oklahoma City when Oklahoma City was off a loss. So they were in a bad mood that night. And then the loss to Milwaukee by 1, and then the loss to Milwaukee by 6, or 4, I should say, by 6. So from that standpoint, there's not many games where the Rockets have been blown out or lost by a significant margin. You factor in they're the better defensive team lately. Factor in that there's more consistency. You factor in that they've been the undervalued team from a point spread standpoint, whereas Minnesota's been the overvalued point spread team. Minnesota's got a losing record right now, ATS this season. Houston's 12-6 against the spread this season. 7-1 ATS their last 8 games, playing the better brand of basketball. Didn't even think twice about it. I took +4 with Houston. I think they got a chance to win outright.
All right, I like it. They've been playing good. The only thing I don't like is what we talked about earlier. Hopefully he don't mess it up for the whole team.
They're off a loss too, and they've yet to lose back-to-back this year, Houston. Good off a loss team as well.
How you feel about it, Wham Bam?
Yeah, they're gonna change the rules for FVV, man. They're gonna change the rules for bro. I think that's gonna be hilarious and funny to see. I'm staying away from any props with him for sure, but I would agree with Babano. I do think that Houston's likely to win this game here. Being that this is the cup, we gotta look at the standings and all that good stuff from there. Being this is a team that seems like they're taking the cup serious. They got the most differential, I think, for anybody so far this year, with +49. So even if they do lose, they got a still good chance of making that wild card over Dallas there. So I think the Rockets are pretty solid. After this, they play the Kings, and I think that game is on Friday too. So between them and not though. They actually, the next cup game for them is not until next week, next Tuesday. So they don't have to play another cup game until next Tuesday. My apologies. But I think that they're pretty much solid to win this game. The only thing that I wanted to do is, like you said, with the defense, they've been playing really good defense for this Rockets team. I think they have the #1 defensive rating over the last 5 games. The problem is that they're the #2 pace team in that same span. So I wanted to take the under, but their pace is pretty high, bro. Like, I know that the pace is pretty low for the Timberwolves for the year, and over the last 5 games, I think it's ranked 25th. But I'm thinking that this is possibly an under game because it's giving playoff vibes, and this kind of like pushing me towards the under there. But I'm gonna stay away from the total here. I'm just stick to my lean here on the Rockets. I think I'm going to go with the plus side of the money there.
All right, Spurs and Jazz.
Real quick, Skee, I did want to acknowledge it because I had it, and then this shout out to this orange push pop is strong. I forgot about saying it, and then Thomas Maggiano reminded me in the chat. Historically, the Wolves, it's been big bro, little bro type shit. 9 out of the last 10, they beat Houston. every single win is by 7 points or more. So that's why I kind of want to get to the window with the Wolves, but I'm gonna respect all you motherfuckers on these Rockets today. So, but yeah, historically it has been definitely Timberwolves. Go ahead.
I don't know how to feel about this one. I know that Fred VanVleet make me not even want to look at the Rockets no more. So we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, I thought you was on the Rockets.
I didn't bet it.
Oh.
I was leaning them, but I didn't get there.
Yeah.
Spurs and Jazz.
Maybe I will. That makes me feel a little better about it.
I probably won't get there on this one either. Spurs as a 2.5 point favorite. Total dropped about 4 points to 224.5. Keldon Johnson is game time. Probable. Sohan and Vassell are out. No Clarkson. No Flipowski for Utah. I think it's about that time. I mean, I want to hear a little something, Dutchy. What you thinking?
Hey, it's definitely about that motherfucking time. Don't pass that Bammer ass weed to me, boy. Back with this motherfucker. Don't give me no Bammer weed. This is Bammer as it gets, boy.
It's bad for your health.
It's bad for your health.
That's a Reggie backwood, Reggie Dental.
Wham Bam. I hate to pass it to you too, but
all right. I ain't gonna lie. I like this motherfucking game. This is a backwood on the side, backwood on the total. But one thing I do know is Victor Wembanyama is gonna fucking go off in this damn game. That is for sure. I think he's going for 30 plus points today. We're going over 3.5 threes with Victor and Wembanyama plus 120. I like everything Victor today, man. Ladder up his points, get to 30, get some plus money with Victor, man. That's the only way I'm betting here in this game. Victor Wembanyama, man. Give me the bro. Pause.
What about any love for the Chris Paul assist? They put it up to 9.5. It's a little plus money now.
I like that too.
I get 7.5. Once I went after that, I'm done. I was done with it, but
yeah, he was still hitting at 8.5 too, but now it's 9.5.
I just felt like 7.5 was a beautiful thing, Shout out
to
Tim with the double doubles.
I will say though, he's hit 10 plus in 5 of his last 7 games. Yeah, Deuce, he ain't scared of that 9.5. Babano, I know you got a little something for Spurs and Jazz. What you thinking about here?
I actually think Utah might be worth a shot in this spot, quite honestly. Plus 2.5 against San Antonio, because if you look at the Jazz, obviously they've had a rough year, 4-8. But when you look at the situation here, they're off, better performance against New York last game, 121-106. I know San Antonio's won 3 in a row, but keep in mind, when you're going up against Victor Wembanyama, you need rim protection. And one guy Utah was without for a very long period of time was Walker Kessler, and now he's back. So now you've at least got an opportunity. You at least have a puncher's chance. You're not going to shut Victor Wembanyama down completely, but at least now you've got a puncher's chance to try to defend him and guard him a little bit around the rim now that you got Walker Kessler back on the basketball court. So I think that is significant part of this discussion here with this game. I think it makes a difference. I like that they beat a very good New York team. Revenge spot too, because they lost last time to San Antonio. I think there's a reason why this has been 2.5, 3 all day with San Antonio as a road favorite, and it hasn't budged, not one bit. I think it's because Utah's live. We got the Jazz. Jazz here tonight.
All right. Babano likes Utah tonight at the house.
Interesting.
Walker Kessler back in the building. Very interesting.
He played really good last game for sure.
Last game on the slate. Lakers and Suns. Opened up Suns -4. They're down to -2.5. The total opened 233.5. Looks like 234.5. KD and Bill are expected to play tonight. They are both listed as probable for the Lakers. Same can be said for Anthony Davis. No Vando. No. Why is Bronny James on here? No Christian Wood.
I swear to God, it was the top thing on my thing today when I looked this morning. I was like, man, I wanted to send that to you, Skee. Like, why is Bronny James? out. Oh my God, man.
Like shit, he wouldn't go get out there anyway, man.
Oh shit.
Wham Bam, I'm coming to you first for the Lakers, man. We look pathetic in that second half of the last game we just played. And I'm interested to see if you think we get a much better effort tonight versus Suns.
Yeah, after losing that last game with Denver, it's like we're going back to the same shit. We were there. The only time that we beat Denver, just to give y'all a stat, is when I was in attendance. That's the only time we ever beat them. Since this last few years and shit. But no, so Orlando and losing to Denver, that's kind of bad. But the thing we talked about last time on the Cup games, the Lakers care, man. They care about the Cup. And this is, I think the line is showing and telling. It's not even like this is a great Phoenix team, but they are healthier than they have been over the last few weeks. So that is something that we got to keep in mind. Yeah, bro, come on. Why we have Bronny James on the injury report? That is a waste of reading space. Let's like, what are we doing? I don't know. I'm looking at this. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got lost train of thought. That too. But no, so Kevin Durant, I think is gonna play really well here. Though. I think Kevin Durant's gonna play well. Bradley Beal should play well here. He should play well. Last time, against the Lakers team, he wasn't really playing that as good. Tyrus Jones was playing well in the second half in that game. So, I'm really thinking that this is a good spot for the Lakers here. They have been covering in this series over the last few, I think like 8 games or so, or 6 games. They have been able to cover, I think, 4 out of the last 6 within these matchups here. But the fact of the matter is we got to win this game. We got to win this game to get in a good position with these cups. I think they care, bro. So I like the Lakers here. Nothing that I'm saying is best bet material at all, but we know they care, and we know that this is a team here that they don't possibly have anything to really care too much about. They already lost to OKC. They could lose here, and they could possibly even lose to the Spurs on their next cup game. So do the Suns care here? I don't think so. I think the Lakers do, and you get a better chance of them fighting out here because there's not going to be that paint presence that they have been dealing with these last few games. So I think that is a problem for the Lakers. We talked about it already. Like, they suck and down low. They're not going to be able to do anything against Joker. They're not going to be able to do anything against some of these big caliber guys in the league. But against this team, when their big man is KD, I think they are going to be able to win and be able to succumb this win here. So give me the Lakers money line plus 115. AD got a ball out here, go all crazy. But I'm not going to stick to any props. They're not giving me the Dalton right now because a lot of these guys are available. So I'm waiting to the last minute to bet Dalton, of course. But other than that, I don't really have any props. But my Lakers money line is the official play.
All right, Lakers money line for Wham Bam, and I'm not ready to hear that big hate yet. That big hate, I'm not ready for it yet. So I'm going to Babano next. Before I pass it to Babano, tomorrow does drop a trend, and what this trend is saying is teams on a losing streak that have more than 3 days rest. Those teams, I believe, it said 4-18 against the spread. It says to fade the Suns in this spot, take the Lakers, Babano. So that query is kind of similar to a little bit of something I'm thinking in this game, and I want to ask you about the total. This is saying that the Suns come out rusty, and that's kind of how I view it. I mean, they've been off for 5 days. You're just now getting back Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal, who haven't played in a little bit. They'll be rusty. And then the Lakers team, who they haven't been very good defensively, but after getting embarrassed like that, you would have to think that they'll bring some more effort tonight on that end. So that makes me think that we can get some kind of under, whether it's first half or full game. What do you think about that, Babano?
It could be because my first thought was looking toward an over here, but when you start to look at what both of these teams went through their last game, I mean, they were embarrassed on the defensive end. They just were. The Lakers 127 given up to the Denver Nuggets. Denver with the 61% shooting for the game, 50% from 3-point range. It wasn't any better for Phoenix too. They got ripped for 138 points by the Knicks, 58% from the field, 49% from three-point range. Jalen Brunson just went off, 36 points, 7 of 11 from three. Karl Anthony Towns had 34 points. It was a horrible defensive game from the Suns, too. So both teams are off a game where they didn't show up defensively. So got to think there's probably going to be some emphasis on defense here. But bottom line is I wanted to bet over. I lean over, but that kept me off the over. That fact that we got these two teams that just got shredded defensively and are going to probably want to atone for that here tonight in this game. And then as for the side, I'll let you guys have it. I didn't make a bet in this game. I am in the camp, though, of especially as an underdog, I don't want to go against the Lakers in these cup games because of the fact that, we saw last year this was like their NBA championship, if you will. They got up for it. They wanted to win it. And I don't think that's changed this year. So, yeah, we'll lean Lakers. We'll lean over. Didn't get there with either one.
Don't like to hear over, but damn. All right, before I pass to Dutch, Razor, I don't know about top 5 most hated fans, but for the longest time, it's been LeBron fans number 1. So I'll just roll with that as the top of the list. Dutch, it's time.
Go to
Do
Cowboys.
the Lakers bounce back, or will that sun rise today?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go with the Lake show tonight. I like the Lakers here. It's a nice situation for the Lakers, in my opinion. And really, you get guys with like LeBron. I mean, come on, man. This guy's the class of the league. He got embarrassed. He literally got embarrassed last time he was on the court. You get outscored by 22 points in the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter, another 11, 33 motherfucking points. Everything was going pretty nice, and then the third quarter tipped off. So I think, man, I know they come out salty as fuck. I like the Lakers first quarter here and first half. I think they probably get it the full game, but everything correlates to the first to early with this game, because I expect the Lakers to come out angry, right? Skee touched on it with the layoff and everything. Says that the Suns should start out slow. So we got an old team in the Lakers that are top heavy with LeBron and AD. So they turned the tire out a little bit late, as we seen against Denver a little earlier, than late. Russ too. Russ was talking an awful lot of shit too, that shit he was talking to AD. He said, You saw, bro. He said, hey, man. So I don't know. I think the Lakers are eager to get to the court. I think JJ is eager to show that's his first real taste of fucking embarrassment as a head coach. And I think they start off and play together as a team early and often. I think KD and Bill slow down a little bit with the ball. It's not enough ball for all that, man. Now you ain't been around. Other players got to take a step back and just watch these guys go. It's going to take a minute to get in the flow. So, yeah, man, I like the Lake show. First quarter, first half. It's good money.
Do the little the curveball there. I wasn't expecting that. So
no haterade today with the Lakers. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I would have the Lake hat on in the Nipsey shirt, but I can't fuck up the fit right now. I got other shit to do.
Tomorrow got me man, I don't know, man. What's the record when all of us take the Lakers? I don't know.
Bono ain't on the Lakers.
Oh, okay. So it's not everybody.
I wouldn't bet against them tonight.
Razor said Laker fans just moved to the top after these breakdowns.
Good old Razor. Yeah.
I'm on that first half with Dutch though, man. 1-4 ATS last 5 for the Suns, 4-1 ATS for the Lakers. So bounce back for everything. That I think the Lakers first half may be the best bet out of all this.
Yeah, both these teams already played this year too, and last time they played the first quarter, Lakers got to a 9-point lead. They kind of cruised off the second, so hopefully they keep the pedal on the metal. That's why I'm on that first quarter, because I think they come out really hot, and vice versa. So let's go.
First quarter, is it like a -0.5 or a +0.5, or what is it? Money line?
I think it's minus a half. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check what I got. I bet that.
Saturated said 7 of the last 10 meetings have gone under this number. I don't know if that's correct. Because I'm looking at some of the last meetings, and I already count 4 that I've gone over.
I got it at half a point plus 100.
Have a point. All right, good stuff. And Utah drop. I say Utah. Razor dropping his gambler's first glance with Spurs and Utah under 235. Appreciate you sharing that, Razor. Make sure y'all check out my boy. He does nice work, sports and the ponies. So make sure y'all check him out. And Nucky says Skee only works on spots. People trying to run that to the ground. So everyone, my guy Nucky, man. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope you're doing well. All right. We got through the card. Nice quick 5-piece. We'll go to best bets. And like we always do, Wham Bam, you first batter up. Let the people know what's the best way to get paid.
Best way to get paid. Take Giannis and Dame in the first half. Bucks 5-0 ATS in the last 5 games. In the first half, we're going to go Bucks first half money line plus 110.
All right. Next up, we'll slide it over to Babano, and he's going to help us all get to the window.
I got +4, but I still like it at +3.5. Houston, we're taking a rocket ship to the pay window. Rockets +3.5 against Minnesota. Best bet.
All right. Babano going with Houston. I'll be on a different Houston tonight, but that's a different show. This is the NBA show. Best bet for me, I'm going to roll with the last game we just talked about. I like what I was saying. The contrarian in the chat, Mr. Starchild, likes what I'm saying. Nobody will think the Lakers going to play defense tonight. After they just gave up all them points to Denver. How are they going to stop anybody? You're going to get an effort after they got embarrassed. And the Suns will come out rusty, and they'll also play defense. The one thing, too, I didn't even mention, if KD could be rusty offensively, the Suns are a much better team when he's out there defending. Like, people don't give him enough credit as a defender. The Suns were a top 10 defense earlier in the year. Then he got hurt, and then went to bottom 5. I think we get good defense tonight. Best bet for me, Lakers, Suns, under 2. Best number I see, 234.5 is what I see right now. And last but not least, slide it over to my guy Dutch. Let him know what the freshest look of the day is. Take us home.
Yeah, man. We'll stay right there in AZ. The freshest look. We're going to go to AZ to get that W, baby. We're going under, I'm not going under, my fault. I was thinking about the gambler's first glance. We're going Lakers first quarter. We're going to split it up. It's a 2-piece, man, because I put a unit on both. So we'll run it that way, man. Plus the hooker, at plus money, first quarter Lake show. And we're going first half plus 1.5 minus 110. Both of them looks is good money. Believe that. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Our guy, Ixnizzle, I see you, my dude. RP in the building. Thomas Maggiano, BD in the building. AOD, Star Child, Razor Sharp Picks. Everybody be sure to like, subscribe, share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.
You guys ready? It's the plan, Bobby.
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always wing it.
We're gonna get killed. What you mean, we, white boy?
You ready?